Hi, I'm Richard Feller, and welcome back to another episode of Wisdom Seat. Today, let me just remind you that we're going to be talking some more about untying emotional knots. Last time we left off, just to refresh your memory, with emotional knots that were tied up. Now here you can see if the emotional knots remain. Let me get in here, my pointing finger here. If the emotional knots remain, it goes from here to here. They swell up, and things get more depressed. There's more. They grow. The knots grow, and the depression grows, and it presses down inside of us, and it creates caverns. And during that part, when that happens, a part of us goes missing. And when we're missing parts of us, that's where things can come to live in the dark and cloud our mind. Now, let's go back to the first over here. You see, we have no boundaries. This is how this happens. When we have no boundaries to begin with, we come into this world, we're unprotected until either baptized or we start until we're baptized rather, and we're unprotected and we have no boundaries, nothing to protect us from spiritual attacks, which comes in and overruns us without protection. So what do? We fight back in our strength, minus knowing how God protects us by His love. And when this happens, we put up boundaries of either mad, glad, or sad. And when we're angry, we push back with forces of leave me alone, stay out of my world. And when we do that, we put up bars, or we can become sad and implode, or we can even become glad and we take life as a joke. But when we put up these defenses or defense mechanisms over here, what ends up happening is the bars that keep people out imprison us within. When we have enough bars, it traps us in ourselves, numb. We go numb inside, and we're left in a dark hole, a dark place where we can't see out because we're trapped within ourselves. And this is how I was left in this total darkness, confusion, couldn't see my choices, couldn't see the way out. And the next time, and I just want to make mention that God is always calling to us throughout this process, whether it be from having where parts of us are missing, going from having no boundaries to being under spiritual attacks, and not knowing that God's love needs to be there as a boundary. We go from mad, glad, sad boundaries to which become prison bars when we push back to try and protect ourselves, which leaves us in the dark hole. God is always there and always reaching to us, but usually we don't recognize Him until we're in the dark and there's no more options except to call out. And that was my case, and I'm going to share a little bit more about that next time with you. On untying emotional knots. And stick around. I'm going to be back. Make sure you don't miss how I came out of being in that dark pit, that dark place. God bless you. I look forward to seeing you again right here.